employees, colleagues of HB Specialty Foods. For those of you that might need an introduction, please meet my cohort, Mr. Beau Guthrie. He's not only a fourth generation food manufacturer, but he is also the son of our founder, Mike Guthrie, brother to Brady and Casey, and the co-CEO of his family's legacy, HB Specialty Foods. Take it away, Beau.
Thanks, Erin. Before we begin talking about open space, let me tell you a little bit more about Erin Sojourner, our MC and leader for this year's open space event. Erin has been a passionate leader in the natural, biodynamic, and regenerative food space for over a decade. She began working at HB in 2019 as our VP of Strategy and Innovation, and has been a driving force in the cultural shift we're undergoing as a business. She is now contracting for HB to continue that mission. Erin and I learned about open space during a culture MBA course we took together from Robert Richmond. Robbie is a renowned culture hacker who's helped major companies such as GM, Whole Foods, and Lowe's, to name a few.
Yes, so speaking of wins, how open space was developed. It was a cowboy-looking entrepreneur, a man named Harrison Owen, who created this decades ago. He actually called it open space technology. And it came about because he realized from attending a lot of conferences and meetings that some of the best ideas, the most profound networking and even innovative brainstorming usually happened during the coffee breaks. So why not make an event that was more like that, right? But more than that, open space does use our humans' natural ability to be able to connect with each other. It's based on understanding that there is literally massive wisdom and experience in groups of people that are gathered around a topic that really we're all experts and we can contribute to the collective success. So in the mid 1980s, it's kind of cool that this became one of the top 10 organizational tools and has been used by not only businesses, it's been used by boards, communities have used it, peacekeepers, even governments. The list is long, you could look it up. And they have all had the same result from 5 to 2,000 people. It's positive and it's fast and it works. So people are still doing it like us. I'm really glad we are. Number 2. Anyways, Mr. Harrison gave an example of one of the companies that utilized this, and it was AT&T. He said, and I quote, AT&T fast-tracked 10 months of design, 10 months in design, right, and planning work into one 2-day contractor summit when they were offered the opportunity to build their pavilion in the center of the 1996 Olympic Village in Atlanta. That's pretty big. 25 contractors came to the meeting with lots of difficult history and a blank page to design from. You can imagine it was probably pretty stressful. They ended up, what did he say? They ended up producing a superb design, a full set of working drawings, and they managed to have quite a bit of fun in the process. Nothing wrong with that, right? Those are always the best times that we can have is when we have fun. So how does it work? Well, if you remember from last year, if you attended, we start with a theme, and that just helps us organize our thoughts and come up with a solution. The thing is that's different is there's a blank agenda. On both days, we'll be spending the first hour together building our agenda live during the event. And then those that show up will be identifying issues and topics for which they have a real passion and interest in. And I say this because if you have an idea and you want to see something change for the better, we need your voice and expertise to help us get there. So in the past, open space has been held in a big live event with a circle, but because of our recent things that have happened in our economy and also in the pandemic, we can now hold them online. This is a good thing for us because we do have 3 facilities around the nation. Maybe one day we'll hold one in person. We'll see. But anyways, this is a lot of fun. The platform is called Airspace. There's a lounge and there's some tables. You'll be able to break out into them and be in virtual rooms with each other and talking about the discussions that are most important to you. I'll tell you more about the flow on the day of the event because there's a couple of ground rules, but just know that there will be note taking at each table to capture the ideas and turn them into a report. We did this last year. And then we will review that report for action steps. Actually, I think it was a lot of fun. If you want to hear the testimonials from last year, just go to our YouTube channel and take a peek.
I thought it was a lot of fun too, Erin. Last year's open space event, HB's first ever, was an overall success. The theme was, how do we make HB a better place to work? We had over 40 participants that came up with all kinds of great ideas to improve HB. You might have even noticed some of the changes over the last year. We added awnings and signage to the buildings in Nampa. The Beloit offices were remodeled. The R&D bullpen was also remodeled. Plus, there was the opening, very exciting opening, of the HB Marketplace and Break Room in Nampa, as well as various tech upgrades that will continue to be rolled out across the business. We also began work on defining our mission, vision, and values. These were rolled out at the beginning of summer. You might remember HEB's mission is to develop and deliver the best food solutions for people and planet. The mission is what we were focusing on as a company for the next several years. HB's vision is to positively impact the lives of our families, partners, and communities for future generations by leading innovation in the food chain. The vision is our longer-term goal, our North Star, for what we want HB to achieve in the years to come. As for values, Erin, why don't you tell a little bit about our values?
I shall. Thank you. Values are super important to me personally because it's the driving force of how we do things at the company. It's really exciting to me that that this came out of last year's open space and that we were able to work with the entire company to make these a reality. So just saying leadership had nothing to do with, creating these values. This is everything that folks felt were near and dear to them and we were all aligned with. So if you haven't seen them already, they are up on the screens and they are printed in English and Spanish. And if you notice that the acronym that goes down the middle is BLENDS. And not only are we a blending company, but we also supremely honor diversity. And we want more blending together to make a really strong culture. When I say core values are really important, so many companies just have them as words on the wall. And what we're really trying to showcase is that we would like to hear your stories and start seeing stories of how the values are being lived at work. After all, we spend a third of our lives together and it should be an enjoyable time. So hopefully you'll look at those. There's going to be a booth at the event where you'll be able to see the values, and maybe if you have anything you'd like to share around the values, you can do that, which that leads us to booths, prizes, and the leaderboard. This is different than what we had last year. Because this year now we're able to make the event a little more interactive and offer some cash prizes, first, second, and third. You'll know more later. We set up a few educational booths like the one I just told you of. The polls will be going on throughout, and there's also different points assigned to different features within the platform. And when you log in, you'll see the leaderboard. You'll be able to see who's got what points, and there's also a little thing on the side that will tell you more about how you can get the points. And without further ado, Beau, would you please tell us about this year's theme?
Gladly. So this year's theme is really exciting to me because it directly affects the various ways that we work together every day. The theme is, what can we do to streamline processes and reduce waste at HB? Now, I'm not just talking about the garbage or recycling, but also consider the wasted time we spend fixing mistakes or reading emails that have nothing to do with us. It has a direct effect on how we communicate, our processes, and our ultimate success as a business. This open space is a way for everyone who is interested and passionate about HB to have their voices heard and to have input on where we focus our efforts for 2023 and beyond. Now, we want you to come up with ideas around the theme, but if there's something else that you're passionate about, nothing's off the table. Please bring it up. My hope is that all of you will have fun participating in this event and collaborating with the people from different departments and different locations. This is an opportunity to begin building relationships with the people whose names you see on emails or faces you see in the halls but haven't had a chance to get to know. I can't wait to see all the great ideas you come up with. Thank you.
Super amazing. I look forward to facilitating this year's event. And as a little bonus, I just want to remind all hourly employees that you will be paid for your time participating in this event. So we hope to see you. It's all opt-in. It's going to be a lot of fun, and you'll get to even meet people from other locations, which that's really nice as well, because we are one huge company and not just one plant in one city. So thank you so much, and we look forward to seeing you.
Thank you.